Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So, World Update 10 has arrived, and with that comes a lot of improvement for the United States of America. A lot of photogrammetric cities and areas have been added to the simulator, and those are looking absolutely stunning. However, some of you are reporting that you are getting really bad frame rates with those. So, if you do happen to get bad frame rates with the World Update 10 United States in some places, then it might be a good idea just to turn the photogrammetry off. That is going to restore your frame rate at the cost of some of those nice visuals that have been introduced. Now, I'm going to show you this on the example of Manhattan that I have paused my simulator in front of over here. Now, Manhattan is not part of the World Update, but it works the same on every single part. So Manhattan has been provided as a photogrammetric area right from the start of the simulator release, so just to be totally clear here. Also be aware that depending on the hardware you have, this may or may not influence your frame rates. So on my personal system, I am actually getting about similar frame rates, regardless if the photogrammetry is on or off. But I have read a lot of reports from many of you people saying that it is getting quite a bit better with the photogrammetry off. So again, that really comes down to your personal hardware. So how do you turn it off? That is actually fairly easy. Go into the menu, General Options, go on to Data, and over here you have Photogrammetry. By default it's on. You turn it off. I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. Takes a little while to apply the settings, as it has to change quite a bit of your displayed scenery here. Here we are, go back, and that is what it looks like by default now without photogrammetry being turned on. Now, of course, if you are doing small VFR flights, low-level flights like the one I'm doing over here, then you'll have to consider if you really want those extra frame rates. There are reports from people who say that nothing has changed at all. That's the case on my personal system. And there are reports from others who say that they've gained up to 10 frames per second in the affected areas. So I'd recommend you just to give it a try, see what it does on your system, and then find the most optimal setting for you. Once again, let me turn this back on to show you what it's going to look like. Again, to turn it back on, you go to Data, Photogrammetry, On. Apply this. Again, it takes a little bit of time to rebuild the scenery. Here we are. Right, so here we are. That does look quite a bit better, you'll have to agree. But what's the sense of a really good looking simulator if it runs as a slideshow? So if you are having performance issues in the affected areas that have been covered from the World Update 10, then I very much recommend you to try this out. The affected areas where this should have most of a difference, and my apologies to all my American friends if I am not pronouncing some of these correctly. The affected areas should be Albany, Arlington, Boise, Charleston in West Virginia, the Disney area around Kissimmee and Windermere, sorry for the pronunciation guys, Eugene, Key Largo, Lansing, Lynchburg, Olympia, San Diego and Seattle. So those should be the main areas affected by this. If you're having performance issues there, give this a try. And please also let me know in the comments if this worked for you or if it did not. So far, as said, on my personal system it doesn't do a difference, but there are a lot of people reporting that it actually does make a difference on theirs with up to 10 frames per second. So, thank you very much for joining, and I'm wishing you all great flights in the United States. You can be sure to find a couple of videos from me in the new areas over the next days as well, showing you some of the improvements that Microsoft have made. Until then, looking forward to see you next time, enjoy your virtual flights, and see you.